My amazing Leos, welcome into a general weekly reading for you. We're starting with an interestingly heavy amount of energy. The Five of Pentacles, Five of Cups, and the Five of Swords. So 555 is coming out immediately. They're saying we're getting the negatives out of the way, okay? It feels like this is a time period for you where you're needing to see things in a true and honest light. What you maybe went through, what you're going through, and how things are improving for you. Where you've been stressed, experience a lot less of it. That's that kind of it's this kind of period for you. It feels like you're going to stumble a bit and then pick it up and move on forward. It feels like you're going to remember what you forgot out of protection, but this is also preparation in a very spiritually guided way for you to shift forward and expect the best and to gain exactly what you deserve. I feel like you're a very blessed soul being drawn to this specific collective reading, and you need to remember this throughout this energy period. The Knight of Wands and the King of Wands, two wands, fire energies. I feel like this week reminds you that you're a fire sign, that you are a passionate individual, and that at times is expressed, experienced, and utilized in different ways. You're going to feel like adjusting things to your favor, maybe to the advantage of a situation that you're connected to in the moment. In Spirit saying, just take a deep breath and do it in a calm, collected, grounded manner. It feels like a week where as you march to the beat of your own Leo drum and you desire freedom on different levels and different forms, you're going to accomplish very, very strategically. It's as if Spirit's saying, why are people at this time and maybe recently as well standing back and letting you do things in your own way? This could come in, in the form at a day-to-day job. It could be, okay, your business. It could be, say, a parental figure, or maybe other people in your life. Maybe spirit. Okay, interesting. It feels like there's this status that you're gaining where you're doing things well. And it's this process of you figuring it out along the way and gaining trust within the eyes, the awareness, the hearts and souls of many others. I wouldn't be surprised if you have a beautiful online presence being drawn to this reading. Now, as they're drawing me to this very strong background image of a lion, they're saying you are the lion of the zodiac, regardless of what placement you have within your chart for Leo. It feels like you really are going to feel at certain points throughout the week, I can do no wrong. I can do this differently, maybe incorrectly or imperfectly, and it's just going to be right. It's going to be on point. I'm on point. I'm feeling better. I'm feeling fresh. But then I'm feeling kind of down and, okay, gross, maybe needing to freshen up a bit. Spirit's saying they're the ups and downs of life, okay? You're needing to just do what you got to do and shift on forward. Putting those heavy energies back. What else do we have for Leo? There's something about you regrowing, redeveloping. It could be on a soul level. It could be your life in general. It could be one aspect of your life, or maybe a couple, as I'm being drawn to a lizard on his shirt. The Queen of Swords, I feel like some of which drawn to the reading do have some Libra in their chart, or maybe another air sign, Aquarius or Gemini. There's something about Gemini. I don't know why you're going to be feeling like a Gemini. It might be a spirit that joined you. It may be as well within your chart, or it could be somebody that you were just connected to. Who have you connected with very deeply recently? I feel like some of which it's at a job. It could be a friend, a lover, it could be a family member. This person is very significant along your path at this point especially. And for some, more so moving forward. It could be a quick fleeting acquaintance kind of situation. But either way, I feel like this connection is meant to heal both of you, okay? This connection is more intertwined and aligned with what you're both going through on your individual paths than you're knowing and realizing or maybe remembering in the moment of connecting and even surrounding it. You're going to feel like a bird flying towards more, and Spirit saying, well, that process needs to be involved and intertwined strategically with releasing, right? If it's emotion for you, great, get it out. Okay, write it on paper is what I'm hearing. That may come into play in more than one way at more than one point. But you may need to release a habit. You may need to release an old pattern or two. That could be a habit. But I feel like you are knowing more throughout the week than you can even grasp at certain points. It's like knowledge has been plopped into your Leo brain during dreams for a lot drawn to the reading by spirit. Otherwise, you gained knowledge that you forgot. You have better memory drawn to this reading than you give yourself credit for, and I feel like then other people give you credit for. And so don't be surprised when the week entails certain tests to prove that to you. It's like, I'm not saying don't write it down, but there are times where you may jot it in your phone or write it down just because you know that you typically will forget for one reason, if not several. And they're saying, well, don't be surprised when you don't. And then you end up remembering it. That's one of the many moments when you remember something from the past very strategically and detail oriented in that kind of manner. Don't be surprised when this proves to you that as well. Let's keep pulling. It feels like it is a fun week at certain points, but then overly serious at other points. And it's like, well, that's good to have both, right? It's good to have both. Let me correct that. The Three of Cups, the way you're connecting with people in a very honest and releasing kind of manner is epic. It is epic. People want to get to know you, and they will selectively, but you need to remember when it's not your fault when you overshare, because Spirit speaks through literally everybody, okay? And at times you get too comfortable otherwise. But I do feel like you're seeing people in the correct light at this point, or starting to get closer to that. Maybe facades are falling to the wayside, slipping off. But I do feel like either way, being drawn to this reading, you have this beautiful, strong, needed ability to see people in the light that they're meant to be seen in. Whether it's they're not a good person, I see the truth within their soul shining in a dark light. Or I see them as the good person that they are. And I feel like this is helping people immensely when you don't even realize it. And maybe a few times here and there you are realizing it. But I feel like you're a helpful soul being drawn to this reading, and you deserve peace, all right? It feels like you haven't had enough peace in your life, and at times you have, but it doesn't feel like enough. Some of which need more peace when it comes to their sleep. Good Lord, I can relate. I'm so messed with when it comes to times that I'm meant to rest. I mean, why do you think I have such heavy bags under my eyes? Anyways, not to mention I overwork myself. But there's also, on that note, going to be a focus on those of us onto the reading who feel the need to stay busy. Why is that? Are you trying to avoid? Are you trying to distract? Are you just trying to earn more? And it could be, of course, one if not all of which, and maybe another reason or two. But we're going to highlight it because you need to find the balance in life again. You need to reground yourself when need be, and you need to give yourself the credit you deserve, while others throughout the week will give you that credit as well. But it starts with you. It starts with you, Leo. Ooh, flopping out. It was more of a flying moment. The Seven of Pentacles as I'm being shown a bird again. I feel like things are making you a bit uncomfortable at certain points. A bit of a squirmy kind of vibe. And Spirit's going to put that to rest for you. But don't be afraid to manifest it as well. You will feel like organizing throughout the week, perfecting to an extent. Don't overdo it with this, but there's a key aspect to that when it comes to what you're going through, how you're changing, and maybe I want to say benefiting your mental status as well, and maybe your energy all the meanwhile. But yeah, the Seven of Pentacles, where have you been feeling like the wait is well overdone, right? For me, the growth of this business, this channel, but you apply it to your situation. Okay, and the waiting for a significant other to spend quality time with. I didn't mean to say that, but I do feel like those are two significant examples for you. You may relate, but what else is it for you? You'd feel free to express, to share down below. It's this collective that reminds us that we can support each other with a simple like for somebody's beautiful comment, for sharing, for being true to themselves, or being honest, or maybe a comment of support. Or maybe you just need to share so that someone else is reminded that they are going through it in a similar kind of way, or they're not alone, right? It feels like there is emotions that you still need to express. What else do we have? The World card and the King of Cups. Leo, you're a really inspirational, peaceful soul within, and people don't give you enough credit for that, but at times they do. Does that make sense? If people look at Leos, especially when they already know that you are a Leo, and they think we're not peaceful, but we just love to be in the spotlight. For some, yes. For some, no. And for some, like myself, it's a nice desired combination of both. Does that make sense? Things affect you. Your world is changing, and it's leaving you with more desires coming to be. And this is epically amazing. It's feeling true to who you're becoming. It feels like where you've lacked, going back to a Five of Pentacles status, you're gaining, okay? If you've been lacking financial comfort and stability, you're gaining throughout the week, you're earning. It's this feeling of you being reminded that you're somebody who, when you're in the right energy, things flow to you in an effortless manner. It's this, quote that I'm being reminded of. Money flows to me even when I'm not working for it, even when I'm not even trying to manifest it. You're very, very powerful in that sense. Let's wrap up this reading by saying this is a time of improvement. It's a time of growth and prosperity. Absolutely beautiful. Love and light, Leo.